What up? What up? What up? Good evening. Good evening, my real live adults all over the world, all over the globe, city to city, state to state. Turn it down a little bit more. One more notch. Yeah. We good right there. Yes, indeed. It's your man, L.I.V.E. I welcome you wholeheartedly to the Real Live Adult Time Stories and Conversations podcast platform. Like I said, I'm your host, L.I.V.E. This is chapter 79. Been doing a little bit a lot of interesting things have been going on. A lot of interesting things have been going on when it comes to matters of the heart. So I'm here to share with you. Talk some real shit. I got my real live brethren, my in-house producer, my friend, my big brother. He's many titles when it comes to me. But I got my brethren right here. You, what would you like the adult time audience to know what's your name?
Time, I am Julius J. Jones.
Julius J. Jones, right here.
That's about as adult as you can get.
Yes, indeed. And the title on tonight's conversation. And trust me when I tell y'all, I will be getting back to the original format of how I do these stories and conversations on this podcast platform. I got some stories for y'all. But right here is a conversation, a real man conversation. I got another grown man right here. He's been through some different things in relationships that I haven't experienced yet. If I'm not mistaken, haven't you been married, brethren, before?
Yes. And it was very briefly, though. But it was nonetheless a marriage.
I haven't been married before. I've been in relationships that felt like marriages once they ended because I was grieving like it was a divorce. But I've never technically been married. So it's cool, it's different. So I like to have different perspectives on real live conversations.
Yeah, I tell you though.
You can bring that back.
Yeah, marriage is just kind of from what I understood when I did it, it's more of a concept. Because I was actually married and it didn't feel like any of the relationships I was in.
Ooh.
I had a relationship after that was way deeper than my marriage. Like, I didn't want to lose that relationship. I didn't care if I lost my marriage.
I get what you're saying.
Like, that was just a thing that we did.
That's interesting.
That was all the formalities.
That's interesting to hear and understand. See?
Right. So, I submit to everybody, you don't have to be legally married to be married. It's about what you feel.
It's about what you feel.
You know, you have way better relationships than you just marry somebody, and that's legally binding. That's the difference between marriage and a real relationship.
See, with mine, I've had some of my best relationships, situationships, whatever you want to call them, have been when we were freestyling. There wasn't no concrete set in stone.
Right.
This is what we doing. We just vibing off energy, bond, respect. You know, like-mindedness, all those good, intricate parts of how to really grow in the relationship when it comes to matters of the heart. I always use matters of the heart. So tonight's topic and title, transparency is key. Yeah, go ahead and let it loose. Sorry for that, y'all.
Transparent.
You know what I mean? Transparency is key. And
first of all, I want you, Live Tie Handles, to explain to everybody that might not know about transparency.
Oh.
Other than people that watch sports.
As a matter of fact, brethren, be my guest and give it to them the way you give it to them. I'm gonna back you up, but it's a privilege and honor to have you here.
Yeah.
With your brain power and your experience, go ahead and give it to them.
Well, listen, transparency, for those that don't live in the sports world, they know what that is because it's all the interviews and stuff. But in a relationship, transparency. Think about it as transparent tape. You know, it's not duct tape, it's not electrical tape. When you use transparent tape, you can see both ways. You can see all on both sides of it. So transparency is I am going to fully open up to you and let you know what's going on, as you should fully open up to me and let me know what's going on. Transparency is the two-way street that Stacey Lattisaw found love on. That's my best way to explain it.
Stacey Lattisaw found love on. Oh my goodness! So right there, that's transparency. Now, the reason it's key for an individual like me, who is very, very, very much way more comfortable with transparency than I've ever been in my dating life, it helps me thrive. Like back in the day, so would be transparent, but still have a little bit of enough vagueness in there to protect my motherfucking heart for real.
Oh, that's total transparency.
Some of my best relationships, best bonds, best loyal ties, women I still have a relationship with to this very day. That's why, let me go ahead and get this out my system real quick. When a woman I'm dealing with on a serious level treats me like an option, not only will I accept that, I'm going to show you exactly how many options I have. Unapologetically. Living that shit right now to the fullest extent. Transparency.
Man, it was almost kind of like quid pro quo.
Yeah.
You know, you tell me something I need to know. I'll tell
need
you
to know.
something you need to know.
And it's funny.
Just keep the doors open.
It's funny. I'm sitting here. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and I know this is my brother's first time even. Like I said, I'm trying to do something different this time around with the adult time stories and the conversations, and having like-minded men alongside me on this platform.
This is the men episode of
It helps. It helps because the woman I'm about to bring up will be a guest on here. She can't wait for it. And the only reason that I didn't capture her in her fucking uniqueness and realness is because we were so deep into the shit. To have somebody backtrack, nah. I just listened, absorbed, observed, processed. I did everything I was supposed to do. So when the time is right, you'll hear this queen I'm about to bring up right here. A few weeks ago, pretty much almost a month ago. Yeah, it'd be a month. A woman I had featured on one of my adult time stories. Her name being, at that time on the story, Queen Burst. Because of our recent interactions, that's the gorgeous goddess. You know what I'm saying? The gorgeous gush goddess. To be all the way fucking real. So, we have recently reconnected. And transparency, here's where the transparency kicks in. She's over here. We having a good time. We kicking it. We talking. We sipping. We smoking. We doing everything we supposed to be doing. And Queen Burst asked me this question right here. Why are you single for real? Like, or the chicks that you are dealing with don't know who the fuck you really are? That's what she said. That's what she asked me. Do the chicks you're dealing with not know who the fuck you really are? What you bring to any fucking table? Blase blah, ya. Moving forward, she explained some of the experiences that she went through in the last time I seen Queen Burst. And for those who don't know who Queen Burst is, just listen to chapter, I want to say 17, 16, between 16 and 18. The name of the chapter is called Sexual Eviction. So when this queen, the last time I seen this queen was in 2018, a little bit during the time my father passed away. So me and this queen hadn't even did anything and seen each other, but when I called her up to come meet me at Applebee's, yeah, I'm saying it. Meet me at Applebee's in the steel yard. You can laugh because I had me rolling. In the steel yard, she not only showed up, but we had an amazing time because she showed up for me. I was grieving for real. And she showed up.
Well, that's real, yeah.
So she showed up. That was the last time we seen each other. Since then, she been through some real shit. I'm just gonna leave it at that. She going on a year being single. I've been single since 2020. Yes, I did link up with a Queen Horns. Yes, I did link up with a beautiful one. Ben had beautiful one in the arsenal. Shout out to beautiful one. Beautiful one is one of the biggest supporters of this podcast movement and of my life on some real life shit. We have a whole different history than any other woman I've dealt with outside of motherfucking family members. So it's cool. It's cool. I understand. Yes, I do have a queen. You know what I mean? A queen says I had hella options. But on some real life shit, when I became single, the first woman that I was dealing with on a regular basis was Queen Horns. Queen Horns is...
I already know.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
Dealing with it. Got some real life energy with Queen Horns. She's an Aries. That's why she's Queen Horns. She around. But one thing about Queen Horns versus the other women I was dealing with during that 2020 time where I became single was she was a very healthy distraction from me sitting up. Yes.
Don't disclose to them what your sign is, because since you disclose hers.
I'm a Sag. I'm a Sagittarius.
Just so they get.
So we're both fire signs, and when folks don't understand the numerology part of astrology and zodiacs, then it gets misconstrued. Two fire signs. Yeah. Two fire signs make a bigger fire. We don't cancel each other out. The whole flip side of that right there, if a person's not on the same frequency you're on, it can get misconstrued.
Well, it's not in the stars.
It's not in the stars.
Intended.
Yeah. It's being all the way unapologetic, real and honest. But moving forward, Queen Burst asked me why I'm single. Right now, with what I bring to the table. And I had to be transparent with her. When it comes to matters of the heart, I don't trust exclusive monogamy situations. Not right now. I don't trust me in them. Not that I can't be faithful and be all the way real live legit on how it's supposed to be. But I don't know if a person is going to be enough for me.
I'm going to take this moment to do a shameless plug. Because if you haven't listened to the episode about if I can't call it, then how can I fix it?
Oh,
that's an example of it right there.
That's on the Real Live Talk.
Listen to that. Then it'll catch you up to this shameless plug.
Yes, I like that. Ain't no shameless plug. That's all the way respectable plug. If you can't call it, how can you solve it? That's on the Real Live Talk podcast platform radio show. So I told her that, but I've got to be all the way honest and transparent with the world on this one. It might ruffle some feathers. I don't really give a fuck at this point. I got to sit there and keep it real with my truth. Queen Burst is the only fucking woman I have in my arsenal that does not have any fucking hang-ups or distractions that will keep us from being the very thing we are when we are together. A perfect fucking match. She doesn't have them. But you know what I like about Queen Burst? Transparency. She told me she's not ready for exclusivity. She's not ready for monogamy. She's been through some shit. So she needs to deal with her shit to make sure her mind and spirit is right. And I respect the fuck out of that. I respect the fuck out of it. It made the respect level and admiration I already had for her increase. And I haven't seen this woman since 2018. So for the woman that I actually tried to be transparent with, Queen Horns, it didn't go quite accordingly. As a matter of fact, I got blamed for some shit that's total bogus. I asked her a question. When you're dealing with somebody on a freestyle level, it's a situationship, but it's a healthy, comfortable one. Y'all ain't burning each other on the sexual fucking situation. Y'all vibe out. Y'all have fun when you're out in public. All the good things, you know, access to the families and shit, you know, like they be in your personal space.
Not only fun in public, but fun behind closed doors.
Yes.
And I'm some public couples.
I'm thinking that everything's going cool, but every time I ask some real live, transparent shit with Queen Horns, she goes into this guarded mode and tries to come like she's a nigga, like she's a man.
Oh, very defensive.
Very defensive, and I don't like it. I've dealt with it for 2.5 years. This time was time's up on it. I'm going to let her go ahead and be where she want to be. On some Maya Angelou shit, if you love somebody, set them free.
They come back to you. It was meant to be.
It's meant to be. I have mad love for Queen Horns. That's, you know, just because of the fact, you know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't on that corny shit. I did some things that make me happy and be cool with the whole of progress, but just because I see certain potential don't mean they're going to live up to it. No. Just because I know how to communicate don't mean they're going to be comfortable with it. Just because I'm able to be transparent don't mean she's going to be doing it. So it brings me back to...
Well, and then what you always say. If you don't ever listen to my man Ty Handles, he always say at the end, hey, stay sucker free if you can. Now, staying sucker free means that you don't even wish death on your enemies.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So... If we part ways in the relationship, then I don't wish the worst on you.
No.
I hope that you find what you're looking for, actually. That's the meaning of stay sucker free, by the way, y'all. If you didn't know.
Is this all you have?
No. Yeah, I got that. But, yeah, but that's, That's the definition to stay sucker free, though. You know, don't even wish death on your enemies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you break up with somebody and it's not what you was looking for, don't wish bad on that person.
Don't wish bad.
Keep it moving. Hope that they find what they're looking for.
Yeah.
That's how you stay sucker free.
So you stay sucker free.
That's a PSA.
So I'm sitting there. Yeah. So I didn't want to be a sucker. At first, I was offended because it brings me back to I asked Queen Horns a specific question. She gave me some cockamamie shit. I'm just gonna say what it is. Cockamamie.
Word I heard.
She gave me some cockamamie shit, and then had the audacity to blame me for the decision that was made. Said because I assumed, that's what made her do it. That's some high school shit. I did that shit in middle school and high school. I've never made a woman fucking suffer because she assumed some shit. I didn't assume. I literally asked a question. I wanted a real answer. That was her chance to be unapologetically real, because I was about to be all the way unapologetically real and let her know, hey, I got some interest in, I'm interested in other pastures too. If you want a break, here's your break. But to sit up and lie in my face and say that you did this move because I assumed,
you made me who I am.
Shut the fuck up with that weak ass shit.
No. Because if you're going to do something, you're going to do it.
You're going to do it anyway. You had it in your mind. It's cool.
I already know this. And I know this, and y'all females going to know out there when I say this. If you're going to do something that's already made up in your mind, and I tell brothers this all the time, I know this for a fact because I learned at a very early age, if you get chosen, you don't even have to say a word. All you got to do is keep your mouth shut. All you got to do is say your name and where you live. And it's already a done deal. So it's already made up in their mind what they're going to do. Now, they can come up with any excuse after that of why they did it. Well, he did this or he did that. But I know for a fact, you can stay in there and keep your mouth closed and still come up. Why? Because you've been chosen.
You've been chosen. So for me,
the fact to say, oh, well, you made me do this. Nope. Because I've been in a situation where I literally said nothing other than my name and would you like something to drink? And things went down.
Yeah.
So how did I make her do anything? She already made up. And I say this to women. This is what I say. Y'all already make up your mind eons before you carry out the evil plan. Because I say this because when a woman breaks up with you, and I've said this for years, when a woman breaks up with you, she broke up with you 3 months ago. You just didn't know it until now. You just didn't know it until now. So, if you want to look the facts up, go back to all the relationships you ever been in, as a woman or as a man, think to yourself, did you break up with that man 3 months before you told him? Chances are, probably yes.
I experienced that. If you go to my Real Live Talk podcast world, my adult time people right here, if you go to my Real Live Talk podcast, episode 19, if you ain't break it, I'm not making you responsible for fixing it.
Yeah.
That was one of those situations. The relationship I was in at that time, I know for a fact she broke up with me a year ago.
Yeah. Well, so you can't say that I made you.
But that passion.
Oh, you drove me to this. Now, I mean, it's been. I know women that's been in abusive relationships and things like that nature.
I was about to go there next.
Where okay, you might have very well been driven to this point, but then think about how long did it take you to get driven to this point from abuse. Now, somebody will just say, "Hey, we done had the best of times, but I think I'm out the door." That was a decision they made. It was nothing that you did that chose in that decision, Because
you've seen me, brethren. You've seen me out here with Queen Horns.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It ain't
You've seen me.
And then if you just pop a question I don't even care if you like. Let's be real. Sometimes it don't go down calm when you ask about that.
No, it don't. Especially when the person
into a heated argument about it, that's not going to make you do what you already done. There's one. I'm not Einstein, but you can't tell me in nowhere in science that you can make me do something that I've already done.
Sure.
Like you can't, you made me do it. Well, I already did it. So how can you make me do it?
So it cracks me up that she went there and said that. It made me actually say, oh, okay. That actually helped me move forward. And not be in my head.
I only pulled that card one time and it didn't even work.
So I'm cracking up because, like I said, Queen Burst is sitting in front of me. And when I told her those things, she laughed. she lightweight was like, oh, okay, I feel sorry for her, this individual, because she had access like that, and that's the excuse she gave you to do something that she been wanting to do, obviously.
Or that she might have already done. Now I'm not just putting that out there, but I'm just saying.
But that's
I mean, in some situations, it's already
from that perspective,
done.
that's what wrong. So here it brings me back to Beautiful One. Beautiful One been here day one. She's reliable, amazing woman. But the one grave mistake that Beautiful One made is she was sitting right here in front of me. One of her little distractions called up, and she lied to him instead of she spared him. She lied to him about her whereabouts. She lied to him instead of just giving it to him. So that let me know, oh, let's give some shit that you trying to make sure you hold and salvage. Because why wouldn't you tell this motherfucker the truth when he fucking batting zero?
Because you're not going to put that ace on the table yet.
But it don't matter. You get what I'm saying with this?
No, I see what you're saying. I'm playing devil's advocate.
I get what you're saying. No,
I'm giving you her version.
Fuck that shit.
I'm not putting the ace on the table.
Fuck that shit. No, I'm an ace on the table guy.
Right.
And it bothered me.
Obviously, she's not.
It bothered me. Not on that one. She's been on point with everything else. But that bothered me because progress has been going on. So here Queen Births exists. Well, she's asking the right questions. She's being all the way transparent about her motherfucking past and her experiences within the last time we seen each other. Especially the recent shit.
So here's the way I want you to look at it. She's being transparent to you, but not him. Because she's in front of your face telling him different whereabouts, which means to you, she's saying, I'm still holding on to this. Which don't sit well with you.
Didn't sit well.
Right.
It
because
made me feel uncomfortable.
In actuality, you saying, well, but I know you'll understand. So I'm going to lie in front of your face. Like, I'm not going to take this call in the bathroom or anything.
Yeah.
But in front of your face.
Like Queen Horns did before. Yeah.
I'm be transparent with you because you'll understand. But with him, because I still need this in my back pocket, I'm going to lie to him. Yeah. But now you know the truth. But he don't.
Well, like I said,
which is,
it bothered me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, depending on how you feel, it should.
It bothered me. It bothered me.
Because it's like, well, okay, I know you in your own way being truthful with me, but you still holding on to the ace in the hole.
Yep.
So that's kind of like, oh, well, that's the backup. But listen.
So with her, that bothered me. I have a couple other queens that, because I was too much as far as transparency and real genuine energy, they had never experienced this shit. I'm a one of one energy. I'm not a kind. I'm not a, you know what I mean? I'm not an option. I'm a one of one energy. And these women chose to tuck their tail, which is shocking to me.
No, it's not shocking. Well, it's shocking to you.
It's shocking to me. Because these women are so unapologetic bold about every fucking thing else.
But I'm going to tell you
But with me, they tucked their tail and settled for lesser motherfucking dudes.
Well, because you told them the truth. And I like to quote a very wise man by the name of Jack Nicholson that once said, you can't handle the truth.
I like the quote.
It's never been more true saying in life. I swear. It's some things that you can't handle the truth.
So it bothered me. So like I said, transparency is key with me. To move forward with those situations, not to sit here and hoard it all. I was transparent with every single one of my kids' mothers. Every single one of them. And they chose to pick and choose what points of the transparency levels that they actually took heed to and addressed. They didn't listen to the whole thing. And that's what caused the demise. But anyway.
I would like to digress into, not all of my situations, but a certain thing. Almost all of them. But the thing is, I always put out there about women is like when you're talking about transparency, you trying to find out too at the same level, because women out there, you know what I'm talking about when I say that you have a man for everything.
Yep.
So when I'm asking these questions, I'm not necessarily accusing you of things. I just kind of know where I want to fit in. Am I the fix-it man? Am I take you out to dinner man? Am I the movie man? Am I the this man? Am I the put your head in the pillow man? I want to know all these things. Tell me which one I am, because obviously if we doing the situationship, I'm one of these people.
I'm one of these people.
And I need to know which one I am.
And
so, but then y'all take offense like, oh, well, you accusing me and think, no, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just trying to find out where I am, who I am. Not as a person, but who I am to you.
Who I am to you. And with Queen Horn, she showed me, I've always been the side nigga. Because she's always been trying to find, every time it comes time to get serious, she always finds a reason to put the whole meal on me.
Well, just let me know who I am. Women.
You get what I'm saying? No,
listen to me. If
she
you
always
let me know who I am, I can take it and deal with it from there.
Yeah.
Maybe I do want to be the side that, maybe I do want to be the fix-it man that gets some on. Maybe I will fit in.
Maybe I do want to be your vacation and shit.
Otherwise,
Away from
by
reality.
the name of Too Short said, get in where you fit in.
Yo,
so maybe I do want to fit in, but let me make that choice.
Let me make that choice.
Let me make the decision if I want to fit in where I get in at. You know, get in where I fit in.
Simple as that.
Don't make the decision for me.
Don't do that.
Let me know where I stand, and then I can say, I don't really think that's for me. Or I can say, you know what, I'm up for that. Let me make that.
Because right now, the season I'm in, I'm up for a lot of shit.
Right.
Because I don't want the hassle. I don't want the responsibility. I don't want the pressure. I'm all about right now.
Meaning that she would have been up front.
Yeah.
You could have easily known where you fit in and be like, okay, this is my role. I'm good with my role. I will perform my role to the utmost. So whatever that role is.
So when I'm sitting there asking, and you only want to keep it real, now you left the door open for me to move on. So regardless of what you did, I have already moved on.
Yeah.
I just needed to see validation and proof that you was already doing your fuck shit you was doing. And you showed it. So I'm glad that Queen Burst was able to ask that question, and I answered it for her. And she ain't went nowhere. As a matter of fact, she's more invested than she's ever been. More invested. Because she's dealt with me in my honesty. Let me go ahead and keep it all the way real and transparent. Queen Burst wanted to be on a serious level with me at one point in time. Not saying it's not now, but now it's different. At the time, she wanted to be serious and exclusive.
This is not.
I didn't trust myself, so I didn't do it. That is the only relationship regret. Only relationship regret that I have. That lets you know exactly how important she is. Because I should have took her on that. And should have bet. And I should have bet on myself on that.
Everybody been there, but you
I was trying to
those doubts.
I was trying to protect her, man. I was. I ain't gonna lie.
Really the one, or it's always those doubts.
I was trying to protect her because she ended up experiencing some shit that wasn't healthy for her, which brought her back to me. It brought her back to me. It brought her back to me real fucking systematically. The universe don't lie. So right here, I'm being a different level of transparent with the world. This is what it's moments like this where I'm proud that I started the Real Live Adult Time Stories and Conversations podcast platform. Because at the end of the day, matters of the heart for me is a struggle. If you can't call it, how you gonna solve it? Well, I'm calling mine. Matters of the heart is a struggle for me because I love hard. I'm as wild and freestyle and spontaneous and open, free spirit as I am. I love the ideal of hopeless romantic. I love hard as fuck. If I'm invested in you and got you and let you into my motherfucking life, for real,
cherish it.
Cherish that shit. And I felt like Queen Horns took advantage of that shit. She had access.
He was out of honey vanilla, so I hope the pumpkin spice wasn't reserved for anybody special.
You made me sick, man. This dude, hey y'all, real quick on some funny joking shit, just to break the monotony. My man been clowning me for almost a whole month about my fucking hand soap choices that I use. You know what I mean?
That was verse.
Like,
somebody
man,
special.
That is for whoever hands need to be washed. I didn't give a fuck. I like the smell of it. Really it was $2.50 at Bath and Body Works. I grabbed it. You know what I mean?
I'm just making sure.
I
didn't even put that in the universe. He did.
Hey, look, I bought Beautiful One, and I got me with $2.50, $5. Like, here you go. Like, bow. I could have thought of all sorts of people to buy these soaps for, but I just thought of me and one other person. Whatever.
All right.
My man been clowning me ever since, y'all. No, I love my nigga to death, but he got jokes.
No, I was asking. He ran out of one different type of soap. I thought the other was
the other one empty.
Well, it wasn't coming out. It's like this, what you did.
Oh yeah, I got some shit. I got some shit about that.
I'm like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I got that refill on that.
No, but he got a full one though. I thought was special though because it had a pretty nice name. It was called Pumpkin Spice.
Talk to him for a little bit real quick.
So I'm not clowning him. I was just kind of asking if it was reserved for different company. So I ain't want, sometimes, you go into a man's house, he got some zest for you. And then he got, on the other hand, he might have some coats or something for you to wash your hands with. And the other stuff is reserved. That's what queen. But no, in all seriousness, I don't even want to go back to regret, but I will tell you about the regret like you were saying. I'll say, one of the things I did regret was not jumping on something when I had a chance, because at one point I had a chance to make somebody official, but I thought it was just too early. And, and I said, I'm not willing to do this. So long story short, she was getting ready to get evicted. We had been kicking it together. And, I could have paid her stuff up and kept her in the house, but I didn't because I didn't know where we was going, even though it was somebody really cool to me and she was special. But, in the end, when all things went to hell, she ended up moving back with her mother, and that caused a lot of tension in the relationship. To eventually we broke up, and it was all about financial reasons. But I do look back at that moment, like if I would have just jumped on the chance, and I knew she was a good girl, and I should have just made that move and kept her where she was, and I didn't, and I had the means to do it. It would have been water off my back. But sometimes, I guess what I'm telling y'all is we second guess stuff at the wrong time. And I think that's what he was trying to say. Like, I should have been more upfront with Queen at the time and told her, like, hey, I wanted to just be us. But then, like he said, he was trying to spare her. And I get that. I can relate to that. But, gentlemen out there, sometimes when the time is right, just pounce on it and then let it go from there and see what happens. I think sometimes we put too much thought into it, like, well, should I, should not? Is this the right move to make? And then, hindsight is 20/20, of course, but you look back and you were like, damn, all I had to do was this, and everything would have been cool.
Would have been cool.
But had I took care of that when I should have took care of it instead of move back in with her mother, things would have been very, very, very different. And we lost out because of it. And at that time, I didn't know where we was going to go. But like I said, I had the means to do it. I should have just did it. And even if we didn't work out, who knows if we would have worked out. But still, that would have been taken care of, and we wouldn't have ended up in the situation we was down the line. Yeah. But like I say, hindsight is 20/20.
Hindsight is 20/20.
So that's my regret story. One of the best women I ever had, we fell out because of financial reasons. And if y'all don't know this, I'm going to tell y'all this now. Financial over infidelity is the biggest reason. Yeah. Because you know why? A wise man by the name of Big Daddy Kane once said that romance without finance is a damn nuisance.
Oh.
So,
it's a damn nuisance?
Yep. It's a damn nuisance.
That is Big Daddy Kane off top.
Finance without romance is a damn nuisance. Mm-hmm. And financial problems is the biggest reason.
Women, when they in my presence, they know I'm free. I'm spontaneous. I'm all the way cool. I'm always going to earn my own money. I've been doing that shit since I was 7 years old. I'm always being on some protector shit. a woman is safe with me. I'm not physically abusing you. We might get into some arguments and I say some sharp, cutthroat things that make you understand who you're dealing with, but I'm not going to constantly just verbally abuse you when I'm not feeling it. You're trustworthy with me.
No, it wasn't verbal abuse.
Queen Burst understands that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the things she shares with me, it ain't, I've never did any of those things.
No.
She's spoiled as fuck. So when I wasn't willing to commit to exclusive relationship shit, she went to spoil mode. Got with a motherfucker. Yeah. He ended up being exactly karma is what it is.
Well, no, and okay, to be transparent with the audience, this is what really happened. I didn't pay her rent. She moved back in with her mother, which I could have totally paid her rent at the time. Didn't do that. She moved back in with her mother, which didn't affect me because I was in my own spot.
Yeah.
Didn't matter to me at all. But then I fell on hard times, and guess who came to my rescue? Her and her mother.
Ooh.
So I ended up moving in with her and her mother, which is oh yeah, you already feel it. But by me being there and we were trying to get back on our feet together, and it didn't kind of happen in the time frame that we thought, we had to separate ways because I ain't living in your mother's house.
Yep. So
we had to separate ways. So what happens when we separate ways and we both still on hard times? We both ended up getting help from people other than us. So it ended up being that, she got with somebody that could help her. I got with somebody that could help me. And it kind of dispersed from there. And that was the end of it. So when we came back full circle and was on our feet and tried to get back together, well, now we in these relationships that won't allow us to get back together. So basically, we lost a moment in time. And she is, I believe, married to a dude that I think looked like Austin Carr. And I'm with my life now. So
I love your queen.
Yeah, but I do too. But like when we hook up, it's always good times, man. Not good times like y'all think. But, yeah. I mean, it's always drink, laugh. But it's kind of
your woman be knowing when y'all link up? Tell the truth on that.
I can't tell the truth on that.
Yeah, you can.
Well,
yeah, you can.
Only because she know when we hook up, but only because she think about this. So she kicks it on that level. So she thinks she's
I get it, brethren.
She buys artwork and beats from me. So my woman knows it on that level. Which is like, but we don't even entertain the idea of getting back together. But it is like when we go down memory lane, it is kind of, I know we both walk away like, damn, what if? Like we had a really good thing going. Like, damn, what if we didn't have to go these separate avenues? And it goes back to what you saying is I could have just jumped on that moment in time, not knowing what was going to happen. Like I said, I had the means to do it at the time.
I did too.
It wouldn't have even.
I was making
it would have been water off my back.
I was making money. I was
in
the spots.
And I always look back like, man, how different would the things been if I would have just jumped on that opportunity, saved her from going there.
Yeah.
And then when I fell on hard times, I could have went to her house and not her mother's. Like, but hindsight is 2020.
Hindsight is 2020.
But I was just telling gentlemen out there, hey, when you see opportunity, jump on it. You don't know where it's going to go. Because I tell you this, I'm in the music industry and doing all this, and everybody got their own little businesses. But when you see an opportunity in business that you're doing, music industry, or whatever it is, I don't care if it's art, music, whatever it is, it ain't your regular job, and you see an opportunity, you jump on it, not knowing whether it's going to work out or not.
You do your thing.
You totally jump on it. Somebody told you got to fly out to L.A. and do this and this, and possibly with a chance to make it, you jump on it, not knowing if it's going to work out or not. So why wouldn't you do that for a woman?
So my whole thing with that's the only one that presented something that made me regret. Now, on the flip side of things, I recently have been increasing the unapologetic transparency with my kids' moms. There's two that separate themselves from everybody else.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here going through this shit, talking to them. At the end of the day, and I really hope individuals hear me real close on this one. Each one of my son's mothers have a chance. All three of them. But it has to be on a different level, different tone, real live commitment and dedication to better. Simple as that. It can't be none of that old bullshit. It can't be none of it. But my son's moms, they still have a chance. Because I'm willing to go ahead and be patient with some shit because we already have the main foundation. We have children together. So it's easy for me to be able to be like, oh, okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, I hear what you're saying. I see what you're doing now. Okay, I get you. But I got to give respect to Goddess, the gorgeous Goddess, asking me those questions. And she was not holding back. She didn't give a fuck what the answer. She just wanted the truth. And she knew when she with me, she was going to get it. Well, I'm going to say this. She is laughing real hard at the likes of the Queen Horns. She's laughing at you because you had access. You got a man that is a freestyle artist, and he's sitting here giving you this freestyle fucking relationship, and you couldn't keep it real with him when he asked you what was going on. He's laughing. She is laughing. She is ha ha. Okay. She knows exactly everything that exists with that. She is not giving a fuck. Beautiful one is different. I have a little different kind of protection over her because she has not experienced my kind of frequency to where I open her up to. She just hasn't experienced me. As long as much as our history is, she don't know. And I have to give her a pass on that. But at the same time,
but I'm gonna put you on the spot. So now that she won't hold back, do that mean you'll move forward?
Well, who? With Queen Birth?
Yeah. So she ain't gonna hold back.
I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. You ain't gotta put me on the spot. I'm gonna be all the way real. And then, like I said, this gonna ruffle some feathers because I'm about to send this podcast out. You know, I'm about to send this chapter right here to some individuals. And I hope they really take heed to it and suck it up. But when Queen Burst is ready to be fucking exclusive, I'm gonna be all the way exclusive too. Because she checks off every fucking
that's
list.
A good answer. That's a good answer.
I fuck with her tough, man.
Yeah.
I fuck with her tough.
So Queen, if you listening, do what you do.
Queen Burst, I hope you don't get mad at this situation, but I had these individuals existing. You know, you just got into my life, back in my life a month and a half ago.
We cannot make apologies for who is in our life or been in our life.
But when she asked me, we can
only make adjustments.
When she asked me,
not apologies.
And like I said, Queen Horns fucked up by sitting up instead of just being like, man, I fucked up. I do owe you that respect to talk to you and communicate with you and be transparent with you. No, she tried to blame me for the decision she already had in her mind that she was gonna make.
Like I said, I think that's bullshit. Man.
Yeah, that was bullshit. Like, nobody,
bullshit on that.
Nobody has said anything outside of that's bullshit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Listen, I done been through all them relationships.
You know what I'm saying?
You drove me to this. I listened.
Nobody has said anything different.
I wasn't whipping your ass and kicking you out the house. I wasn't doing none of that. By me asking some questions, I drove you to a whole nother lifestyle.
A whole nother motherfucking dude that should be looking
at
you.
My case is a different lifestyle.
That should be looking at you like,
you know, I asked some questions. You pop back up with a girlfriend.
Motherfucker be. Dude should be looking at her. Like, dude should be looking at her like,
I drove you to women. Huh?
The new nigga should be looking at her like, what the hell you was doing before I fucking? Like, I like to say on some real life shit.
Yeah.
Did you tell that nigga that you was just up here no more than 6 days ago?
Nope. I went through it.
Getting your back blown out? Like, for real. No. Next level. It felt like the farewell sex.
I did this shit.
Like you had, tell that nigga that. See where he at with it. Tell him that. If he all good with that, you know what he is? He's a temporary ass nigga.
At that point, I felt like I was a temporary one because you not telling him. But you on the phone talking to him, talking about I'll be there at the minute while you with me. So at that point, I became the second dude. Like, oh, I see now. Like, you know, because if that's the case, you probably would have been lying to me.
And don't quote me on the exact time frame, but just recently, the queen that fed me that bullshit was just up here. So I'm looking like, where was the conversation then? I don't mind no conversation after you bust your nuts and got your motherfucking orgasms down. Let's talk. But no, you passed the fuck out.
Must have been good.
Yeah. I put your ass down. I put that ass down. I gotta give myself a fucking pat on both fucking sides of my back. I straight up and down.
Well, listen,
because that energy was all the way fucking real and authentic. That's what our fucking relationship and human dynamics is. That's what our relationship dynamics is.
Let me know where I stand. I'm good with it because I ain't never had no problem with sex in the sandwich.
But she ain't have to she ain't have to pull that shit. And it's sad and real.
You know where I stand at.
That fucking Queen Burst was like, look, what's going on? Why are you still fucking single? With all the shit you got going on, with all you bring to the table, what's going on? What's up with your neighbor? Blah, blah, blah. What's up with this one? What's up with the one sitting there sliding Valentine's Day cards under the door?
And what's up with the niggas in the parking lot?
Yeah. She was sitting there looking like, what the fuck? Her, my daughter, and Z, yeah, they was looking like, what the fuck is this? Somebody really wanted you to have some shit. So, I'm just going to put it there real quick. Transparency is key. And that's why I give you the way, that's why I give it to you the way I give it to you on this podcast platform. Because transparency is key to me. It's helped me grow. It's time for me to share these fucking situationships, these lituationships, these fuckships, these relationships, these experiences that I've had when it comes to matters of the heart with the world. Because I'm not the dude to sleep on. I'm not the dude to fuck over. I'm not the dude to sit up and be stalking you and mad at you because you made the decision that you thought was best for you. I'm not that guy. I will let you do your motherfucking thing. But you best believe I'm going to move on. My children's mothers found that out. My children's mothers found that out. Queen Horns is going to find out. Beautiful one, I feel that's undetermined right now. That's undetermined. Beautiful one, you're undetermined. I'm not saying you're going to find out, but I need you to understand, because I know you're going to listen to this podcast. You need to understand your choice fucked with me and our flow. Queen Burst, we have history. She likes the transparency. She's a Gemini.
It's not such a bad thing.
She likes that shit. So when I told her what was going on,
it's not a bad thing to be a Gemini.
No. When I told her what was going on, she understood it and took it to heed.
When is her birthday?
June. Someone
cut that part. No,
No, I can't cut that part.
No, that's real. That's real talk.
I just know she a Gemini.
Hey, I'm gonna put it out there for the universe. He got the month right. He got the month right.
Yeah, she is definitely Gemini. She is between June 12th and 14th, some type shit like that.
Okay. My ex is the 12th.
I don't know.
The one that I regret is the 12th.
I can't think of it off top. You know, I got a little. If I sat there, I'm feeling myself.
We'll use a little edit on that. We should go come back in and plug it in. No.
Queen, gorgeous goddess. Hey, listen. My bad.
Hey, I defend my man. He got the month right.
She's a Gemini.
He got the month right.
But she asked the right questions. And she asked him very boldly. And I like that shit. So it turned me on. It made me look at her different.
I'm an advocate of Geminis. I fight with Geminis. And, you know, I have an organization called the Gemini. I don't, but I am 6'9" for anybody that don't know that out there.
Oh, so you do, yeah. You do
I am the original.
Yeah, he's the original Gemini. Yeah, 6'9".
Me and my son did that.
That's crazy.
No, what's even crazier is we was born 2 minutes apart. My mother showed us the birth certificates. My mother freaked me out when she did that. She was like, do y'all know y'all was born 2 minutes apart? I was born at 9/11. He was born at 9/13 on the same day.
Wait a minute, hold on.
My youngest son.
You was born
on the same day, 2 minutes apart, 9/13 and 9/11 in the morning.
So y'all both was born on September 13th?
No, we was both born on June 9th.
June 9th?
Both born on 6/9. One of us was born at 9/11 in the morning. The other one was born at 9/13 in the morning.
Wow.
How fucking freaky is
wow.
that? Right. Not only on the same day, but 2 minutes apart on the clock. 2 minutes apart, 21 years difference. We was born on the same day at the exact, damn near the exact same time, 21 years apart. That is absolute madness.
Real shit. Real shit.
So I defend Geminis. If anybody got anything bad to say about Geminis, see me at JuliusJJones.com.
Well, two of my favorite two of my favorite individuals are Geminis right here. Right here. 52706 6409. Those are the Geminis right there. That
I met you.
You met my nephew.
Yeah,
you met Zion. Yeah. You haven't met Zaria yet. That's 527.
Yeah.
But that's my originals.
You're not as bad as y'all think, people.
No. That twin situation is real.
Hey, we the life of the party. I'll be with you.
And Sagittarius can relate because we have man beast.
I got 2 or 3 Sag girlfriends, a lot of Sag friends.
So it's like it is what it be. But I just wanted to it's time to sign off.
With the new edition though. Because if there's a love, why do I feel this way? Wise man, Ralph Chesbine.
Turn that over. They can't hear that shit.
Taking y'all all the way back to 88.
But yeah, on some real shit, I just want to share that kind of shit, transparency right there. Shit is all the way real. And I like it. I feel good.
You know what? That go back to the see, y'all gotta just listen to them more. That go back to the podcast before. We was talking about if you ain't happy, can't nobody make you happy.
If you ain't happy, can't nobody make you happy. So, shout out to Queen Horns. I'm glad you made your decision. I'm glad you showed your face once again to make me be like, oh, okay, I see what type of time you on. You ain't ready for me. So we gonna be only the fun that we've been.
Sincerely, the best of Queen Horns. But my prediction, Julius J. Jones, is no, but she'll be back just to say hi at least. He said, I don't want to say hi.
She fucked up. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell the real on that one. She fucked up. We had a comfortable situation, and she thought it was cool because she didn't want to be accountable and be responsible. And then trying to blame me. Like, how you gonna blame me and you ain't even on my frequency? It's cool. Shout out to Queen Burst, because you fucking challenged me in a good, healthy way.
Good way.
Shout out to Beautiful One, because you're learning. You're learning. I'm not shitting on you one bit. I'm just letting you know That shit bothered me. Shout out to my children's mothers. Especially my son's moms. Y'all all are a fucking factor. Y'all make me think about family dynamics and human dynamics on a whole different level. And one day, it'll be what it is supposed to be. All the way cool. So, it is what it is. Mad respect. I thank y'all for tuning in to the Real Live Adult Time Stories and Conversations podcast platform. This was chapter 79. Title once again, Transparency is Key.
Shout out to the beautiful ones.
Shout out to the real beautiful ones.
Nobody ever sampled that beat.
Not yet. I got something for it.
Yeah.
I've thought about that one. I've thought about sending you that one, but we'll talk about that all the time. Here we go.
Stay tuned for the beautiful ones about Ty Handles and 88 Keys.
Yeah.
Gonna be some real live shit.
Real live shit. Thank y'all for supporting this podcast platform. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow this platform right here. I'm on a different type of time than the average individual that's podcasting. So when I share like this with you, it's all the way exclusive, it's all the way genuine, it's all the way authentic, and I'm not playing no games. I can't wait to get back to creating the stories that y'all want to hear for real. Y'all want to hear the passion tales? You got them. I got some shit for y'all. I just been chilling, trying to process it all. But I got something for you, though. I got something coming for you. Y'all be well. Take care of yourself. Love is perfect. We as humans are not. But always remember, love is all the way live. Good night. I'll be talking to y'all very soon.